Hello, everyone, and welcome to the 2022 Western Showdown, the largest international women's curling event in Canada this season. We're so glad you've decided to join us to see some of the top female curlers in the world participate in this event. My name is Jim Grundy. I'm the branch director of RBC Dominion Securities here in Swift Current. Our branch is not only a huge fan and support of curling in our community, we're so proud to be supporting the Western Showdown for its inaugural year. RBC is committed to working with our community partners to promote and celebrate vibrancy in sport in the communities in which we live. Thank you to everyone from the Western Showdown team for putting together this amazing event. On behalf of RBC, enjoy the tournament.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Curling Stadium live coverage from the RBC Dominion Securities Western Showdown, live in Swift Current. My name is Sean Joyce. Got A-event action going on for you here this evening. Beth Peterson team out of Winnipeg facing off against Eunjung Kim from Korea. Peterson not here, though, today, and it is Robin Silvernagel subbing in for the team at skip. First end action underway already. One thing that I've seen that's a little bit interesting here, I had a chance to kind of peek in at the practice session. I haven't been active the last couple of years as a player myself, so I haven't seen this done yet, but the two teams had their practice session at the same time. Of course, in the modern game, the way they do it now is a coin toss is done. You pick which side you're going to throw your draw to the button on. So really, each team has one half the sheet. They just alternated throws for practice, then draw to the button to determine who's got last rock here in the opening end. And I believe it was Robin Silvernagel winning that draw to the button. So the Peterson team has last rock here. The opening end of play, throwing the yellow stones. And we're on to second stones here already. This is Catherine Dirksen. 5 stones already at rest, so she can make a play on the guard now. We're going to look to run this through. Makes the hit, drives it back, does catch the stone at the top of the 8-foot. The raised stone will stick around at the edge of the 12. I almost feel like I need to start off the game by apologizing because this Korean team, I'm probably going to make some mistakes on some names. I'm not sure of the lineup they're using. They have 5 players registered, so I might miss some first names, but I know I'm not going to get any of the last names wrong because all 5 of the registered players have a last name of Kim. Nice come around made there. So looking for the run back once again, this time running back their own stone. Sweeping for a little extra curl at the end. Again, makes contact with the stone at the top of the 8-foot. Spills it a little bit, but we'll leave it in the back of the rings. I understand I might not be alone now on the microphone. And Mark, are you there?
I am. Can you hear me okay?
I can hear you just fine.
Perfect. Sorry about the delay. I had a conversation muted and just trying to get a quick bite in between games. I think this is the 4th game I've had a chance to do commentary for today.
Oh, well, you've worked the full day then.
I have. It's one of the benefits of working from home, but also getting a chance to watch some good curling here. Got a chance to watch a bunch of good games today.
Another nice come around, but probably half available this time.
Yeah, in the earlier draws, there seems to be good finish on these ice, so definitely accessible here with some quiet weight.
Can expect to see a little bit of this game. Don't know how much Robin would have had a chance to play with these girls before, so just a little yelling back and forth to make sure they're on the same page on the weight call here.
Yeah, it seems like a lot of ice, so it's just, I guess we're looking for just like little freeze tap weight where, you could take less ice and throw, back line or hack to get out of it.
Well, you sure don't want to come up light here, and it looks like that's what she's going to do.
Yep. Yeah, so I guess that's kind of what happens with that kind of weight call, right? Because I think you could have thrown, possibly like hacked it, maybe even board at it to get to it with room here.
Certainly could have made a play to kill it, and if you roll open, at least they have to play it.
Sure. So if you're Team Kim here, are you looking to sink one in, like top 8 or so, or?
I would think you would be looking to get this one in. You've already got 3 guards. You don't need another one, but you do want to cut off this draw path. We'll jump the sweep on this one right away.
This one appears to be a shade lighter. So I'm not going to get into the rings like they want, and so plan B, just to kind of cap any one of those yellows to run back in.
Robin looking at the double peel. She'd like to have more room to score than what she's got right now.
Yeah. Sweeper's on it early here. Does hit it just maybe a hair low and
by the second stone without moving it.
No.
Well, I feel confident in saying that it's Kim going down to throw, but only because, as I said, all 5 players registered with the Korean team have Kim for a last name, but I see the player with glasses going down to throw next, and the only player I've got listed with glasses is shown as the lead. So I don't know if I've got them in the right order here.
Should be Eunjung Kim. Yeah, that's her trademark glasses. But yeah, okay. The headshot that we have available on Curling Zone is not the kind of trademark glasses with the hair up. So. This one's curling.
Yeah, this is much tighter line.
Yeah, the weight's a bit down too. So I guess they are gonna go and settle for these longer guards just to make the run a little bit tougher. Definitely could go top 8 here, but this is fine as well here.
Robin looking at the draw here, and I think this is much about making sure you don't give up a multiple steal or anything else.
Yeah, there appears to be a little bit of room on the button, so I mean, if they can get there, I mean, it's tough to swing it around with the way
rock over buried.
Yeah.
But if you put it in a good spot, you might be able to run something back on the last one. The key here is if you just peel, you have to think Korea's going to come around again, and then you might be looking at a steal at least 2.
At least 2, yeah.
Get one in a good spot here, and the most it's ever going to be is 1. And if you can lock it on, even a good half, you might be able to play some kind of run back with your last one. Maybe pick up a deuce. Rushers are staying close.
Yeah, this one's on a better line here. Should have plenty of room. Now it's a matter if it's going to finish enough to try to get to nose. And this one is actually going to end up being...
Buries just the edge of the stone. Yeah. It's not really at a great angle to use for Robin, but it does cut out the 2 reds on the outside 12-foot.
Yeah, so if you're Team Kim here, are you looking just to? Do you really want to kill that Peterson rock, or I guess Silvernagel rock, or are you just looking to get to the inside?
Well, that's the decision right there. It's whether or not you think you can get to the inside. If you can get to the inside, all you're worried about is sitting 2. You don't have to move it very far. You can wiggle in off of it.
Yeah.
But if you can't get to the inside, and it's not that you can't, it's are you willing to risk touching one of the guards? And if you're not willing to risk that, throw a straight guard here.
I think...
I'd love to get to the inside myself.
Yeah, I think, Sean, the fact that you have 2 guards out there on this out-turn side, I think it's worth the risk to try to get to the inside.
Yeah, it certainly looks like it's there. We haven't seen any shortage of curl in the last 2 guard attempts.
No, not at all. Yeah, it's just been a matter of finding the right weight.
Robin had a ton of room by the guard. You only need a sliver to the inside of that, and you can be sitting 2.
Final rock for Team Kim here. Sweepers don't seem to be too worried about it. It is kind of hanging out there, so maybe there's just a spot just outside the 4-foot here.
Offside sweep looking for a little extra curl now.
Yep. Ooh.
And that too.
puts it in an interesting position now because Robin's got this little in-off here. You're basically playing this double here, and
it's real thin. It's thinner than you think, but it's you can't hurt yourself.
Yeah.
And it's 2 if you make it. It's probably a little easier to make from the in-turn, but where the guards are, I don't think you can throw the in-turn at it.
Yeah, unless they're throwing firm weight. You don't want to spin the thrown rock too far off, so you got to be a little selective here with your weight, don't you?
Well, yeah, you don't need to throw it real big because if you hit it right, you only need to move that second red one about 2 feet. And you're not going to make to make the shot. You're hitting the first red one very thin.
So with that kind of bias, we're probably looking at this just kind of. It's got to be this out turn here.
It's got to be the out turn. She doesn't have enough room on the in turn, and she's probably looking at like a control weight somewhere in a 10-second range. You're probably less than a quarter of a stone on the first one to make this.
Yeah. Final rock for Robin here.
Sweeping for some curl now. Has got a lot of room by the guard. Needs to hit this first one very thin. She's close. Catches it. Catches the second. Through the back. Great shot. Nice opening end for the Peterson team. They'll pick up 2. Take a 2-0 lead into the second. It'll be Kim with last rock.
Hello everyone and welcome to the 2022 Western Showdown, the largest international women's curling event in Canada this season. We're so glad you've decided to join us to see some of the top female curlers in the world participate in this event. My name is Jim Grundy. I'm the branch director of RBC Dominion Securities here in Swift Current. Our branch is not only a huge fan and supporter of curling in our community, we're so proud to be supporting the Western Showdown for its inaugural year. RBC is committed to working with our community partners to promote and celebrate vibrancy in sport in the communities in which we live. Thank you to everyone from the Western Showdown team for putting together this amazing event. On behalf of RBC, enjoy the tournament.
We're for agriculture, for growers, doers, whatever it takers. We're for doing things with purpose. We're for the little guy with big guy dreams. We're for agriculture. We're for you. Nutrien Ag Solutions, leading the field.
Sean Joyce, Mark No with you here live from Swift Current. Second end action underway. Eunjung Kim had everything going her own way in the first end, made one little mistake with her last stone. Robin Silvernagel jumps on it, picks up 2 points. What a huge swing.
Yeah, absolutely. They had plenty of opportunity to kind of sink one in their top 8, top 4, and end up being short.
If Kim doesn't throw, she's probably stealing one.
Absolutely.
Well, and after you have a bit of a miscue in the first end and give up something like that, this is not how you wanted to start the second. Just rubs that stone on the way by.
Yeah, pretty surprising to see that. But you know, in some of the earlier draws I've seen a handful of flashes here. Technically, this one did make contact, but
yeah, I was surprised to see them actually playing the hit. I thought they'd throw the corner guard.
Yeah, kind of surprised they didn't, play the corner and make a play on that later in the end. But
I don't know what screen you're working on, Mark. Maybe yours is bigger than mine. I'm working on a laptop, and I'm trying to tell these 5 girls apart to tell which 4 are playing today. I'm having all kinds of trouble.
Yeah.
Again, the last name is Kim.
Yeah.
But you're right. The headshots that we've got were all probably professional photography type shots. Nobody in these headshots has their hair pulled back in a ponytail, and I'm dealing with a little laptop screen. It's a little tough to tell.
Yeah. I mean, I've got my dual monitor set up here, and I'm kind of having a hard time telling myself.
Well, let's put it this way. I don't see any glasses on the front end, so I'm going to go out on a limb and say Eunjung Kim isn't playing in this game because she's the only one wearing glasses in the headshot.
Yeah.
And we have decided that we think the pair of glasses that's out there skipping is Eunjung Kim. The hit just rolls a couple of inches towards the outside. It's a little unusual to see an end like this played in the second end, but a lot of times in the odd ends you'll see this. The team without last rock is trying to roll towards the middle. The team with last rock trying to keep the play to the edge and hoping to get a chance to blank the end eventually.
Yeah, kind of surprised to see this here. But, I guess teams just kind of have different strategies. Maybe this is their way of just maybe settling down here.
Yeah, it could be. You never know. It could be a bounce back after the little disaster that happened to them in the first end. Just get a solid end in for them to regain their confidence a bit. It's not that they played badly in that first end. They had one shot that just didn't curl enough for them.
Yeah. Yeah, this one seems to be hanging out here a little bit as well. We'll make the hit and kind of flop out towards the outside here.
Nice roll there. They're getting as far away from that guard as they can. On to third stones now, and Robin's going to ask Jenna Loader to roll back towards that center guard. Becomes tougher to get in behind, though, when you're trying to roll that far. Both pressures on this one. She's going to make the hit. But a little thin on the first one, and the shooter will roll all the way through the back. Out of the rings. All the way out of play.
Yep, now they've got a free chance to kind of draw behind the center guard here. And it looks like they're opting to go on the intern side here, taking quite a bit of ice here.
Russians have just been cleaning so far, waiting for it to curl now. Look at that start to go.
Yep. I think they waited just a little bit long here, because this is... Gosh, that's a...
Yeah, you really didn't sweep it most of the way down, and then you end up 4 feet short of the rings. Even if it's open, you really needed that to be in.
Yeah, now Robin's really got a chance to get one. Yeah, you can overbury this. A lot of space to work with now.
Plenty of room coming by. Switch the sweep to try to get a little extra curl on this. Get a quarter under cover, biting the top of the button.
Yep. Looks like they're just going to go ahead and run back this yellow and try to kill both these rocks here. Do you like this call, Sean, or would you rather like kind of make a play and try to get to the inside here?
You know, it's a lot easier to make that decision after you see if she makes the shot or not. The run back's great if you make it.
Yeah, now they'll get a chance to set a guard to really dead bury this one here.
Yeah.
So I think may have been a good opportunity for them to chase that shot rock, but
The argument was always there to be made. You chase that and you hold your shooter somewhere when you make the roll, then they can't sink another one. Of course, you roll out, it doesn't change anything. They still would be sinking another one, but the run back's great if you make it, because then if they come around again, they're coming around your rock and you're one good run back away from scoring two, but it's a tough shot.
for sure. First it skips rocks here. This this one seems to be a bit tighter to the center line. Sweepers don't seem to be overly concerned with it.
A few last licks at the end just to cover. Boy, there might be room to pick it out through the hole, but if you don't make the hole, you could leave it covered.
Yeah.
Gonna play the run back again. Run back or straight peel? That looks like a lot of ice for a run back.
Yeah, I think this has got to be straight peel here.
Already sweeping for some curl. It does look like they're playing the run back. Makes contact. And boy, there's the worst case scenario. Drives it just by the stone in the rings and doesn't roll off.
Yeah, that's... Oof. That is tough here. So now a chance to kind of stagger these guards. The question is, are we going... It's like kind of a longer guard here, or are you wrapping around the red here?
I think Robin's indication was she'd like to come in, and I know Robin quite well. She's been a long time skip here in Saskatchewan. She is an aggressive player.
Yeah.
There's, coming in sets up the potential to steal too. The only danger is it's the same thing we saw with Kim in the first end. She almost doesn't have a shot to score here unless you give her one. She did just throw the guard though, and she had plenty of movement on her first one as long as she buries a piece of this. And this is curling. Boy, they could bring this right down on top the way it's curling.
That is gonna settle just nicely. Are they bumping it? They're bumping a hair of it.
I think you could draw to the edge of the 4 foot and cut him to 1, or you can play the run back and try to score. I think they've seen the same two options, and neither of them are great.
Yeah.
Now they did just throw the run back and just missed it by a hair, so it looks like that's what they're lining up to play again.
Yeah.
The draw is so tough, and it's a draw to give up 1.
Yeah.
Like, she's got no draw to score. She can maybe draw the edge of the 4 foot and give up 1. That's really tough. This one, as long as you make contact with the yellows, you shouldn't give up any more than 1. If you hit it pretty much right on the nose, you might be able to score 1 here.
Yep. Last rock for Team Kim.
I thought she might have popped the release on that one a little bit, and they've started swooping from the outside already. Off and on, she's
pretty
close. Makes contact, moves them
That is
both.
a heck of a shot.
It's not the shot you want to have to play for 1, but she's made it. Closes to within 1 point. It'll be the Peterson team with last rock going into end number 3.
Imagine being able to stream every curling game from every sheet from any event, be it your Wednesday league game, bonspiel, or corporate event. Curling Stadium offers an all-inclusive streaming solution featuring high-quality cameras, ease of use, great reliability, and minimal installation. Offering your sponsors customizable ad space on your streamed curling games and being able to sell video packages to your corporate events for increased revenue. With Curling Stadium, you can stream to any device, be it your mobile phone, tablet, or computer. Push the feed to your desired platform, be it Facebook, YouTube, or any other social media. Curling Stadium is simply the way forward. Where it's commonplace in other sports to televise every game, we want to do the same. Curling is a global sport, and it's time it gets the coverage it needs. Make your curling club the next Curling Stadium.
Sasktel Be Kind Online wants to stop cyberbullying. Want in on the action? We award up to $1,000 for youth initiatives that help spread kindness and prevent bullying. What great idea do you have to help stop bullying? Sasktel can help. Go to BeKindOnline.com and apply for a grant today. Together, we can make a difference.
Well, kind of a tale of two ends here to start this match. Eunjung Kim's team really didn't make a mistake in the first end up until her final stone gives up 2 points in the first end, and really didn't have a lot going their way in that second end until her last stone makes an outstanding raised double takeout to pick up the single.
Yeah, definitely a great shot. It was truthfully her second attempt at the run, but again, not a fun shot you want to have to play on your last against two there. But this is Team Kim's first game today. They, like some of the other teams in this event, essentially go straight to the second round of the A event here, with Team Peterson playing earlier today, winning their game over Team Howard.
Good point, Mark. I hadn't looked at that. And in a 28-team triple knockout draw, that does mean there are 4 teams that didn't play the first round. Everybody else playing their second game of the day. Nice come around there. It does go about half out in the open, but 4 foot in front of the tee line.
So, Sean, as you mentioned earlier, in an odd numbered end, we're seeing, a lot more rocks kind of in play, but in the rings here. Did you kind of expect to see that for this end?
Yes, knowing Robin, she tried to come around the center guard on the first one rather than try to throw the corner guard. Now here's the problem. Your lead missed both her shots. She comes up short on her first one, and then her weight wasn't bad on that one if they were trying to move it, but they sure didn't get the curl they were looking for, and actually just rubs it further in behind cover. But certainly when you're attempting the shots they attempted, she's looking to keep this end open. They just haven't executed on the first 2 shots of this end, and now they're going to have to scramble a little bit.
Have to do some work to get this closer to covering it, but it does.
Robin looking for the peel. It looked like red onto the red closest to the rings, maybe clip it going by. Tough double peel, a lot of separation there. That was a very good guard by the Koreans.
Yeah, those long guards they're definitely tricky to play. So Sweeper's not really putting a leg down here.
Always had the peel there, but needed to get a lot thicker if she was going to scare one of those tighter 2 guards out of the way. Now the Koreans will look to put that guard back.
This one's got to curl just a little bit here. Really good weight here.
Last little bit of curl gets fairly close to the same line.
A little bit less separation here, but still not an easy double peel by any means.
Closer this time. Actually picks the yellow one. She's happy to make any two of the move. Doesn't really change anything for the Koreans. They're going to look for the second guard.
Nope. And Peterson may have to navigate that. Their shooter that they left out there. Don't think that's quite in the draw path, but visually may be tricky on that side now.
Getting just a little tougher with only two guards out there now. Which one do you want to line up to, the guard or the rock in the rings? They've lined up to the rock in the rings, so she's got to play the double peel. Again, great separation on those two guards.
Yeah. I mean, that's a very tough shot to throw, I think, you know. But didn't seem the sweepers were very worried about it. Felt comfortable just kind of escorting it down there to the one guard zone.
It's even harder in club play because your sweepers might just hog it for you, so you have to buy a drink.
Oh yeah, there you go. I played in a spiel this past weekend, and we've kind of started or carried on a tradition. If you make a bad shot, you have to take a bad shot at the bar later. So. We were team bad shots for bad shots.
Seems like that could be hard on your liver.
It was not good, you know. You flash, you hog a rock or your flash hit, and you know there's going to be a bad shot waiting for you later. It's never fun. And sometimes they do add up, but it's a little motivator for everyone to make their shots, and it worked out well for us.
Yeah. I wondered if Robin wouldn't look at this. I'm looking at the lineup, and then I don't know that guard covered the tight one enough that you couldn't play the double. And I think it was Jenna called down from the hacks that she thinks she can see enough of it to just play onto the tighter guard and the double on the stone at the corner of the butt.
Yeah. I think this is probably their best chance to take a crack at it, see Muscle.
Well, there's actually probably less separation between these two than there is between the two guards. So this is actually an easier shot than the double peel. Starting to curl now. By the long one. Did she stuff it? She did.
She did. A bit of bad luck there to stuff it, but they'll have another run attempt, but at least this time it's running theirs in.
And it's wide open, so if Kim tries to come around it, she's going to have to leave her something. Where she just tapped the ice would be great. I don't see how you're getting there. So it looks like they're trying to come around the yellow, or are they trying to cap it? Trying to cap it. So first stone here this third end for skip Eunjung Kim. Trailing by 1, but in a situation here where she might be able to set up the steal. Looking to guard the run back attempt and going to come up and help sweep her own rock. And there's that round of drinks I was just talking about. Well, Robin Silvernagel a chance to play the run back on her own stone this time. She does have that little biter hanging around at the back of the 12-foot too, so she could stick this. Boy, what a turnaround this would be in the end.
Yeah, I mean,
really, as long as you drive it across the face of that red, there's 3 guards on that side. Like, if it stays in the rings, it's going to be buried.
Yeah, you got plenty of places for it to leave this target rock here. Looks like we have someone in the YouTube chat asking about Team Kim and kind of what's happened to them since their story. We'll talk a little bit about it here after, probably in the next end here. While Robin attempts this kind of angle run here.
It's close, makes the hit and does roll it over into that, behind that wall of rocks.
Yeah,
I don't think there's a hole.
Yeah, I mean, it's visually it looks like there's enough, but I don't think you can ever throw it. I think you're...
I don't know if there's visually enough either.
Yeah, it's definitely tough. Yeah, you might as well draw it around because you can bury this by quite a bit, right? And it'll be a pretty decent result.
Well, I think I can answer some of your questions if you were, depending which ones you were looking for with the Kim team, because I'm just trying to find the initials on the backs. And a couple of them have put their hair up now to where I can see it. So, Eunjung Kim in the hats. As we look at it, the sweeper on the right, I believe, is Youngmi Kim. The sweeper on the left is Kyunggae Kim, who is listed as the third, but obviously not playing third. And I think it's Chohee Kim in the house. Lots of room by the guards, but they got to get this in for shot rock.
Yeah, they've got to bury this. They're not switching to the sweep side, which kind of
No, they're worried about getting it there.
Oh, jeez.
And it's like...
Looks like we've got Daniel in the chat with some clarification here. So we got Youngmi throwing lead, Chohee throwing second, Young throwing third, and Eunjung skipping here. So thanks for the...
Okay, but Chohee appears to be holding the broom for Eunjung.
Last rock for Team Peterson being skipped this sweep by Robin Silvernagel.
After the great run back on her first one. Chance for 3. This end was looking like a steal most of the way. Nothing out of the brushes yet, but they haven't gotten too far away either. Picking it up at the hog line and brush it gently in. It comes to rest full 8 foot. She will pick up 3 points and they'll jump out to a 5-1 lead over Eunjung Kim after 3 ends of play.
We just got our shipment of logos here in for our next event, which is going to be the mixed double. As you can see, there's a few of them. There's roughly 20 logos per sheet to be put in for the mixed doubles, along with a couple extra little dots. But all our logos come from Jet Ice. They are the best logos to put in We use them around the world, and they're very easy to install. As you can tell, this is the center ice logo that's going to be going in for the world. This is about a 4-footer by 10. It's going to look like $1 million. Their colors on their logos are always nice and vibrant. And like I said before, very easy to put in.
Sean Joyce, Mark No with you here from the RBC Dominion Securities Western Showdown A event action. Beth Peterson team being skipped this evening by Robin Silvernagel, jumping out to a 5-1 lead after 3 ends of play. Eunjung Kim with last rock here in the 4th. Gonna need to try to generate some offense here. We saw her play a hit on an open stone in the rings in the 2nd. She's opting for the corner guard now, and boy, it's only the 4th end, but I wouldn't be surprised to see them throw 2 corners before they try coming in.
Yeah, gonna definitely have to generate something here. Don't really want to blank here. Gotta get something on the board here. Get something back on their side.
Robin Silvernagel with a 4-point lead will ask Melissa Gordon to come right into the rings again. Stopped short for a guard, but over curls that stone in the rings a little bit as well. Kim gonna look to come around. This is the lead, Youngmi Kim.
I have to work to get this to bite. And does get it in there, full 12 foot. Partially buried.
Could go after it. The danger of chasing, though, if you clip the guard, it's only the 5th rock of the end, it would go back. So Robin Silvernagel just going to make another play in the middle for now. Sweepers had picked this one up early, but it's still got a lot of room. Still a lot of room. Still a lot of room.
Yeah, lots and lots here.
And Kim looking at making a play on the stone that was just delivered. I don't know whether she realizes there's an open port to shot rock yet, too. And you could actually roll behind the stone that was just delivered. You could probably do that too. You'd have to play it with quieter weight.
Reevaluating some of the options here, but it looks like they are going to make a play on shot rock here and take a roll either side here.
You're down 4. I'm not sure I want to hit the guard right now when I've got an open shot at shot rock. That looks to me like the natural.
Yeah, I think it's just a little bit tight on the other one. And I guess you could make a...
They want to make a pass it. I think it's the hack end wants to make a play on the center guard.
Yeah. I don't know if you can ever roll that to a good spot, though.
If I'm Eunjung Kim right now, I'm calling down to the other end and say, just turn around and look at that scoreboard behind you. It says we're not peeling guards.
Yeah, because even if they make the roll, they're just kind of grouping stuff on that side.
Yeah, Robin's hitting on the next shot, no matter what.
Yes. Yeah.
Well, that might be the one thing that changed her mind is you staggered those two, but I still think she's going to hit something.
Yeah, I mean, you're gonna get your double peeling here, right?
It's not a gimme double peel. You got to hit a little bit high side to roll the shooter out, and if you're too much on the high side, you're leaving a guard. But they're pretty close together. Throw it hard enough, they'll go. Nothing out of the brushers yet. Again, if she's too thin on the first one, she'll leave the guard there. That's what's going to happen, but still gets rid of one.
Now looking to go behind that yellow guard, yeah. And it looked like she was indicating like back 8.
I'm guessing she thinks she has to be that far back to get some separation from that guard.
And who knows, if she puts it back 8, they may chase down after that.
Can you worry about that when you're 4 down, though? I can see that being part of her consideration. If we can talk them into drawing here, that might be the best case scenario. She's got to bury before that's an issue, though. You can see most of that stone, so I'm going to make a play on it with bumper weight. That's the one thing, even without player mics, and regardless of what language they happen to be speaking, hand off the hip is bumper weight.
Yeah.
They jumped the sweep on this one right away. She does have to get by her own stone at the top. Boy, maybe just played it a little cute trying to get that roll in behind. Rubs her own stone. Probably a little light for bumper as well. It wasn't much more than hack. Chance now for Kim to sit 3. Really, if you get any piece of this behind cover at all, Robin's almost going to have to go after the open stone, and that keeps you in a position where you're looking at 3.
Yeah. Still, a lot of rocks to go this end.
Nothing out of the brushers yet. Boy, you don't want to be deep and leave a double here. And I think you did.
Yeah, they appear to be close to even, but close enough where you should be able to.
They're even and it's flat, but they're close together. So
Yeah.
half a rock on the first one, you're still going to make contact with the second one, even if your shooter goes through the back afterwards. Two-thirds, you probably go right into the side of it. Jenna Loader. They jumped the sweep right out of her hand on this one, too. Boy, this is really going. Lucky to make contact.
Wow.
And
it
did not. I don't know if that's out of the rings. Boy, that's close.
Well, they do have that one in the top 12 here.
The
so
one at the top would have it beat even if it's in.
Yeah.
Boy, that was your chance to get out of this end, though. And now 4's not out of the question. If you can bury one here, you don't have an easy shot to remove any of them. They were a little bit deep on the last one, but they were certainly buried.
Sweeper's not really worried about this for weight, it looks like. Content to just kind of escort it down here. This one's gonna... does get there and mostly buried.
Oh, you're 4 up playing the 4th end, and this is exactly what you want to play, is a freeze on the corner, isn't it?
Freeze on the corner, yeah.
This is just what you had in mind. Let's play a freeze against 3. It's all she's got. But if you make it, you're out of trouble.
Yep. Yeah, these freezes on the corner, definitely a bit tricky here. Can't really afford to bounce it.
Nope. You don't like chasing towards a corner when you don't have last rock anyway, but she's only got 2 stones left. She really doesn't have a choice here. Really
Looks like
positive.
they've got quite a bit of room here.
Positive release, a lot of rotation. This is not going to curl the same as Kim's did.
Yeah, this is gonna not quite get to the corner.
Yeah,
Kind of surprised it finished as much as it did, but that was a good weight. But yeah,
she's left her room to pass it through and roll behind, and 5 could be in play. Big shot here for Eunjung Kim, her first stone in end number 4, trailing by 4, but a chance to hit and sit 4, and they've called the sweep on right away. Has a stone at the top of the 12. She needs to get by, and not going to. She's all over it.
it's gonna end up rolling into the rings.
Rolls far enough that it's still Silvernagel sitting 1. And a chance to draw and sit on top of that stone, sit 2. There wouldn't be a double available if she could do that.
Yeah. It does get rid of that top stone and bring that maybe back corner one into play here, so still gonna have to leave it in a spot where there's no doubles here, but with that one on the right side of the house, or left side as you're looking down the sheet,
if you make the rings, it's hard to leave a double.
do you ever just make the hit on this kind of one that where they just roll to and just...
No, because there's too much chance of rolling out. Like if you had all kinds of air, maybe, but when it's tight to the guard like that,
yeah,
because if you roll out, It's a nose hit for 4, maybe 5. She just threw the draw. If it hadn't rolled so far, you know, if it stays about 6 inches into the open, you might.
Last rock for Team Peterson. Steps by Robin Silvernagle this weekend.
She's not right on the face of it. She does need to stay a little bit to the center line side, just so any attempt at a double is going to jam something. Boy, they got to get it into the 8-foot though, too. Boy, they were a little bit too worried about waiting for it to curl and forgot that, hey, we maybe better try to get in for second shot.
Yeah.
It's a hit for 4.
Yeah, I think they were very much concerned about about line, but maybe that's something they didn't talk about. And you know, truth be told, maybe this isn't Robin's, you know, normal team, and didn't get that maybe discussed, or sweepers weren't necessarily thinking that. Big shot here.
Yeah, this is a shot to tie the game.
It's taking an awfully long time in the hack.
They have played, and I'm not arguing the turn, but they played the whole end from the other turn, so now to play it this way, which does look like the more natural turn, she's got to think about it for a second.
Yeah.
They probably played it in the second end, I think.
Sweeper's on it early.
Boy, this is curling too. Just got to stay on the high side. It's going to
Definitely
overcurl
gonna
a little
catch
bit.
it. Let's see if we can.
Catches the red, pushes it back enough that
I think it's 3.
2 for sure. I think 3.
Well, we kicked that rock pretty early.
It was the Peterson team that moved it, so I think that's 3 points for Eunjung Kim, and she closes now to within 5-4. It'll be the Peterson team skipped by Robin Silvernagle with last rock in the 5th.
We're for agriculture. For growers, doers, whatever it takers. We're for doing things with purpose. We're for the little guy with big guy dreams. We're for agriculture. We're for you. Nutrien Ag Solutions, leading the field.
Imagine being able to stream every curling game from every sheet from any event, be it your Wednesday league game, bonspiel, or corporate event. Curling Stadium offers an all-inclusive streaming solution featuring high-quality cameras, ease of use, great reliability, and minimal installation. Offering your sponsors customizable ad space on your streamed curling games and being able to sell video packages to your corporate events for increased revenue. With Curling Stadium, you can stream to any device, be it your mobile phone, tablet, or computer. Push the feed to your desired platform, be it Facebook, YouTube, or any other social media. Curling Stadium is simply the way forward. Where it's commonplace in other sports to televise every game, we want to do the same. Curling is a global sport, and it's time it gets the coverage it needs. Make your curling club the next Curling Stadium.
Well, a major miscue from the Peterson team leaving their last draw short. A little bit more of a minor miscue from Eunjung Kim. Had a chance to tie things up. Over curls just a little bit, only gets 3 instead of 4, but has closed the gap considerably.
Yeah, I mean, if you at the beginning of the end, down 4, happy to get a 3 there, but yeah, they definitely had a chance for 4, possibly 5 if they make Kim's first one. Especially if they make her first one.
And yet, if Robin makes her last one, it's a force.
Yeah.
And really, how they didn't, I still don't know what that rock did. It grab something at the end. Like, they really never looked like they were panicked about the weight. And then they leave it short. And even if you're wide open in the house for second or third, it cuts down the end.
Gonna have to get this over. And they do.
Not by enough to get it into the camera shot from the overhead, but,
No,
but over the hog line.
We see it. We see it there. Thanks for everyone that's been joining us tonight for this fourth draw so far of the RBC Dominion Securities Western Showdown. I am watching the YouTube chat, and as you can see, we've got over 70 people watching it, so that's nice.
Nice come around there by Melissa Gordon.
See the come around attempt here on the other side. This one's got some. And walked in very nicely there.
Sitting into the corner of the button, well behind cover. But that is the fifth rock at the end as well, and now Robin Silvernagel will start looking for cleanup on the middle. Don't know how much chance these girls would have had to play together before. This might be the first opportunity. Catherine Dirksen, if she's going to play second for Robin Silvernagel, needs to know she's going to be playing a lot of double peels.
Yep.
Lose about 4 rocks there, but leaves a couple guards on center, and now Kim's still sitting shot behind cover. Where do you throw the next one? Come right in again?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, they just threw this line, right?
She moved a lot of rocks there, and it looks nice, but you left your shooter out as the high guard, and the one that you jammed close is still a tight guard. Chance to come in. You do have the red at the edge of the 12-foot now. You could come in off of it. Probably not going to do that this early in the end.
No.
Try to deal with the middle first.
Shaker's on this a little bit earlier. Weight seems to be pretty close here. No problem with that long guard. Now looking to get a bit of finish there. And escort it down to top of the 4-foot.
So now looking at just peeling the guard that's on the center line towards those two in the rings. You'd love to make 2 move here. They were on this one all the way too. Well, she made 4 move on her first one. She makes 3 move on the next one.
Yep. That's about all you could ask for there.
Yep.
Does leave their shooter there covering the 4-foot, so that'll be an option for later.
Shotstone is exposed right now, though, so Kim likely has to play to cover it somehow. On the other side of it is she's worried about, I guess, leaving second shot belonging to Peterson. She can't make a play on it, but I think she's looking at whether we come in enough now to be sitting second. It's tough to get everything out of this one rock. If you try to bring it in far enough to sit second, you're either leaving the double or you're probably not protecting shot rock. So I think you have to pick one or the other. Either you're coming in or you're throwing the guard. I don't think you can get both out of one shot here. And I think that's what she wants. She'd love to come in and get second and cover it. I don't think you can do that. This is a long ways out there.
Really close to the top yellow.
And couldn't even get a bit of an angle on it to try to cover something that way. It's left shot rock completely exposed. Jenna Loader with the attempt to hit and roll behind the two guards. Be on the right as we're looking at it now.
Yeah, looks like we're gonna get a little bit of a roll, but just to the center line.
I think the spot fooled them a little bit because they were actually sweeping for curl and end up hitting it too thick.
We'll see Team Kim take on this hit and roll. And they'll probably want to roll it. They have to be pretty precise on this roll here because they do have that double run in for Team Peterson. On it early for line. Should cross the center line and see if it rolls too far here.
Boy, bad break there. You let that curl a little bit more, you go onto the second yellow. As it is, just spins across the top of it. And it's Peterson team sitting one.
Yeah, so now we're seeing kind of a miss on both sides. Yeah, hitting one too thick and then one just too thin.
Yeah, they got caught in between there. A little thinner, you end up rolling into the second yellow one. A little thicker, you stay behind cover. They got caught in between the two of them. Gives Jenna Loader the chance to draw and sit two. Opting to come this direction, because we've seen so much curl here, you're worried with a guard that high that you might over curl the guard. Well, if you're going to over curl the guard, you want to do it from this side. From the other side, leave it a roll back in behind those two.
Is this one going to make it here?
This has been a problem for the Silvernagle team too, leaving some draws short. Tough port to that shot rock. Thought about it, but I think she's going to opt for the draw.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of stuff to navigate here. If you're able to make that draw around, right, it's going to be tough to get that one to the right of center at a right angle, or at the right angle to run it back. Then you also have that red-yellow combination you're going to have to deal with.
I think if you're playing the one in the rings, I actually think it's easier to throw a bullet with the intern and just roll out. It's awful hard to hold your shooter anyway.
Yeah.
But to try to go through that reverse stagger with a quieter weight is just going to be tough. And you know, you look at that broom, she's looking for curl here because she's throwing the out turn. And with the reverse stagger, that's a real tight hole.
Yeah. Any consideration on playing off the top of your red one in the top of the 12-foot and just kind of rolling in?
No. I thought you were looking at would you ever play the angle slash on your own, and you could. That might be an easier way to hit it than this.
On it early for line here. Backing off just a little bit here.
All over her own rock. That just, the weight choice really surprised me when you're going to throw that turn where you know it's going to curl. I'm not sure how she thought she could ever negotiate that port with that weight. To play that hit, either turn, you had to throw some weight, but I think it was probably easier with an in-turn bullet. I'm not sure there's any way she could have played with that weight going through there on the out turn. If you just feather the high one, I'm still not sure you're not catching a piece of the feather tick, at least on the one that's in the rings. It gives Robin Silvernagle a chance to play the wide out turn draw, sit 2. You make a good draw here, and Eunjung Kim probably has to hit the open stone and give you 2.
The last draw attempt was a bit light. This one, the weight is going to be spot on here.
You have to give her 2, don't you?
Yeah, I mean, I think so here.
You can't play anything else and risk 3.
I mean, I suppose there's that in-turn draw, right? But there's... Gosh. Yeah, I guess there's that in-turn draw because there's... You know, you can definitely over-bury it, and it's going to be tough to kind of get to. This does look like ice for the draw here.
It could be ice for the hit, too.
Yeah, that's true. We'll see.
It does surprise me that she'd be playing this turn now when she played the other turn on the last one, though. It's the hit.
Oh, having to kind of move it over now. Does hit.
Boy, had you thrown that shot on your last one, you'd only be giving up 1 here.
Yeah.
Robin Silvernagle just made this draw on her last one, so going to make the same attempt. She could go after the one that was just thrown. She's got all kinds of room. You know, those 2 reds are so close to side by side. If she gets it anywhere, I don't think there's a way to roll out.
Yeah. But just through this one, so looking to draw just to the 8-foot here for 2.
Rushers picked this one up right away. Backing off a bit now. She's got plenty of room by the front ones. Comes right down to her own stone, nudges it back a little, does pick up her 2 points. Peterson team will take a 7-4 lead, pardon me, going into the 6th end.
We just got our shipment of logos here in for our next event, which is going to be the mixed doubles. As you can see, there's a few of them. There's roughly 20 logos per sheet to be put in for the mixed doubles, along with a couple extra little dots. But all our logos come from Jet Ice. They are the best logos to put in. We use them around the world, and they're very easy to install. As you can tell, this is the center ice logo that's going to be going in for the world. This is about a 4-footer by 10. It's going to look like $1 million. Their colors on their logos are always nice and vibrant. And like I said before, very easy to put in.
Sasktel Be Kind Online wants to stop cyberbullying. Want in on the action? We award up to $1,000 for youth initiatives that help spread kindness and prevent bullying. What great idea do you have to help stop bullying? Sasktel can help. Go to BeKindOnline.com and apply for a grant today. Together, we can make a difference.
Sean Joyce, Mark No with you here live from the RBC Dominion Securities Western Showdown. Got A-event action for you here tonight. Beth Peterson team being skipped tonight by Robin Silvernagel. Winners earlier today, this is their second game. Leading 7-4 over Eunjung Kim out of Korea. This is their first game. They had the bye in the opening round. 28 teams here in Swift Current. Playing in a triple knockout, the 8 teams that qualify will advance to the championship round. Kim team with last rock here in the 6th end of play, trailing by 3. They throw the corner guard. I thought even in the 4th that they might throw the second corner guard. They didn't. They elected to come in.
Yeah, we'll see if they change their strategies. Their corner guards maybe a bit further out than they'd like, so it'd be interesting to see if they kind of try to set up a stagger of corners on the same side or set up a corner on the opposite side here.
Well, I think one of the things that might have changed things for them in the 4th end was that the Silvernagel, the Peterson lead, Melissa Gordon threw her second stone as a guard, so they already had 2 guards. In this case, they've just got the one, and I'm still not 100% sure from where she pointed, but I think she might be playing the come around.
Yeah, I think it's the go ahead and swing it in here. Gonna have to go hard to bury a piece of it here. Looks like they're able to sneak in just a little bit of it.
Now we saw this similar to this in the 4th end, where the stone was probably buried a little bit more than that, and Robin didn't elect to go after it. And I just wonder if some of that has to do with the fact that, of course, Robin's not as familiar with the other 3 players, and you can't clip the guard if you're going to play this one. So as the skip, when you don't know exactly how your second throws it, you may be a little less inclined to make a play like this. They're going to try it here.
Yeah, it looks like they're switching it up and trying to make a play here.
She could see more of this one than she could see on the one in the 4th end.
Sweeper's pawned this pretty early here.
Picked it up right out of her hand. By the front one. Makes the hit, rolls over and does group the yellow stones a little bit. Still in front of the tee line though.
So I've got a chance to try to bury one under this corner here.
See, they've switched the sweep early.
This one's got more weight than the last one here, so definitely coming in. Is this going to be through?
This is the sweep call on this one is watch your feet.
Oof.
Right out the back, and Robin Silvernagel sprinting up to play the peel on the corner guard. And this is one where, because those 3 yellows are grouped so much, you wouldn't mind if your shooter came in there and disturbed that mess a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely. You got to figure here, if they make this peel, that Kim is just going to try to freeze one into that pile or into that pocket over there.
Just over the top of that stone. Boy, that would have been a bonus to catch a second one. Does take care of the guard though, and as you said, Mark, the Korean team looking at how they can freeze in there. Started out looking at the intern, but
I'm not sure where she tapped the.
Yeah, I'm
there.
not sure what that was about. It looks like she's freezing the pocket again, though.
Okay. Yeah, I mean.
With that ice.
Yeah, it's gotta be here. Sweeper's not really worried about the weight here.
It might be a little strong, if anything.
Yeah, you don't mind bouncing it, but
not like that.
Not on the high side there.
Well,
you like to get to the nose or maybe a hair on the low side.
Gives Robin definitely an opportunity to get rid of one yellow at least. She could either hit the red on the nose or play thinner on the red and try to move the 2 yellows on the edge of the 8 foot. I think they're looking for the nose by the way she indicated.
Yeah. Yeah, I personally like trying to catch this thinner.
I like the thinner myself just because there's 2 rocks over there on the side.
Exactly, yeah.
Had to be thinner than that.
So definitely about 2 rocks worth of width of good place so you can kind of plant this rock here.
She's going to play the hit on the frozen stone. It's not really going to go anywhere. Quiet hit.
Yeah.
As long as you're close to the nose, your shooter doesn't roll, and the yellow stone you're making contact with won't go anywhere either. The back stone's the only one that's going to leave. And you'll be in the middle of 3 yellow stones behind you. I don't know that you can get this one out as long as you don't roll. Just need to be close to the nose. Quiet wait.
And this one's jumped out of hand. It's going to curl a lot on this inside out track here.
Just going to hit the wrong rock and actually comes out of it pretty good. Rolls across.
Pretty good place there, yeah.
It's actually second shot where it is, corner frozen, and if Robin blasts, I think it's going on to shot rock all day. This might be a spot where you don't hit it that hard. You're going to kill the back one and move the middle one, but you keep your shooter and don't lose the one off the button.
Yeah, I think you're just unlocking it, right?
Yeah, but with that broom, I think she's trying to blast it out.
Yeah.
And they were on this one right away, too.
Can't get to the low side here.
Spins it far enough that they're sitting 3. Did leave it in the rings, though.
So now if you're Team Kim here with not a lot of, stuff behind to kind of freeze to, are you essentially just trying to make this double and then hope
for another
they
double
leave you a
later.
double
to get
back,
two,
yeah?
yeah. Or that they roll too far. You make the double here, and it's just a little bit off the nose. If they nose hit that again, you're probably second shot on the right-hand side as we look at the house. First things first, you need to make this double. Is she thinking about maybe hitting it just off nose and try to stay in front of it? Is that what?
That's what I'm thinking there, and I guess you can make the argument that
It's a tough shot.
If they roll towards the center there, right, they leaves it as a possibility of jamming in the back here, but I think you just play this yellow double and you just flop a little bit to the left-hand side here, right?
Yeah. Yeah. The other option is you get just a sliver past the nose, make the hit, and then you jam the first one and hopefully you stay in front of it, but that still leaves you needing some help to have a second shot.
They are taking the intern side of it. This should come up pretty nice.
Close. That looks like they were actually trying to stay in front of it.
Yeah.
Gives Robin a chance to hit and sit 3. And this is one where now Robin's actually not playing regularly this year. I don't know how many chances she's had to be on the ice.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I'd be curious because I think some rinks were, at least when I was doing a broadcast a couple weeks ago, I think some rinks were still didn't have icing or ice in.
Well, and mid-season, if she was playing regularly, she might even take a crack at the double here. It's certainly something she can throw the weight for it, but if this happens to be her first or second weekend, that might not be something she's ready to throw just yet. Definitely can make the hit and roll over and sit 3 here. And we're on the sweep on this all the way. Needs to get a bit of a roll to the inside to make sure she's second.
Where's this gonna roll to? Ooh.
Rolls to the edge of the red stone. I thought the call all the way was just to roll over and sit third, but they swept that like they were playing the double. It sits in a pretty good spot.
Yeah.
If Kim wants to bring the third, that stone at the edge of the 12-foot back into play, she's going to have to make a play off this stone and roll towards the middle, and that's a tough double.
Yeah, but I mean, with the scoreboard, it kind of dictates you're gonna have to
It does.
have to make this play. Yeah. I suppose you can make a case for making. Oh no, yeah, there's no reason to do that thin one. Yeah.
It's tough to even get 2 if you don't play this. There's a double in the middle with your last one right now, but you can play that now, but you'll still be facing 2 with your last one and no double. You have to play this one and roll to the middle, and hopefully the stones are grouped enough that you have a chance to score 2 with your last one. And she might have moved it far enough. She did.
That's a pretty good effort. Wow.
Does leave a double for Silvernagel. I don't think there's any chance she's playing at the shot rock because you're either jamming or rolling out. She's thinking about it.
Yeah, I mean, I think you just kind of you kind of have to take this on, right? There's not a ton of risk here, right?
With the double.
Yeah. Taking on the double, right?
She's looking at just making a play directly on the shot rock, and I would say there is a ton of risk to that because
Yeah.
You have to play quiet weight if you're going to hold the shooter, and then if it over curls, you've brought 3 into play.
Exactly. Yeah. So yeah, I think
She's so good at these shots too. She's very likely to make this double, if it's November.
So how much are we looking to hit here, Sean? Like, I'm not great with angles here, so is this like kind of a quarter of a rock here?
Quarter would be close, yeah.
Like thick quarter?
She might. No, quarter's probably good. I was going to say she might make it with a third. She'd come to the front bit of the redstone, but probably still pass it by the second one. She hits half, she's not making contact with the second rock.
Rock for Robin here?
She's close.
Close.
Maybe a little thin. Boy, that almost looked like it backed up at the end.
Yeah.
Catches it real thin and just behind the back of the redstone. Boy, they were off and on the sweep. You knew she was close.
Yeah, what a wild end that we had there. Yeah, I mean, I think there were 4 guards in play not too long ago. And 3. And this is the end result so far.
And the last half of the end played with no guards looking like a force and one little miscue. And then a great shot by Eunjung Kim on her first.
Yeah.
To make that a very flat double, getting the second one far enough to sit second shot. Or third, I guess, would be.
Yeah, Team Kim here. Draw the 8-foot for 2. Sweepers on and out of hand here. Getting better. Comes in just nicely.
You sounded worried, but they put that right on the top of the 4-foot. And we're back to a 1-point game. It's the Peterson team with a 7-6 lead over Kim. 7th end action right after this.
Hello everyone and welcome to the 2022 Western Showdown, the largest international women's curling event in Canada this season. We're so glad you've decided to join us to see some of the top female curlers in the world participate in this event. My name is Jim Grundy. I'm the branch director of RBC Dominion Securities here in Swift Current. Our branch is not only a huge fan and support of curling in our community, we're so proud to be supporting the Western Showdown for its inaugural year. RBC is committed to working with our community partners to promote and celebrate vibrancy in sport in the communities in which we live. Thank you to everyone from the Western Showdown team for putting together this amazing event. On behalf of RBC, enjoy the tournament.
Oh, we've got a 1-point game here once again. Eunjung Kim picking up 2 in the 6th end. Team Peterson skipped tonight by Robin Silvernagel with a 1-point lead as we begin play here in the 7th end. Kim team with the center guard. Robin Silvernagel again calling for Melissa Gordon to play the come around.
Yeah, it's been a very interesting game. No forces, no singles, just a lot of big scores here.
Nice come around to the top of the 4-foot. Youngmi Kim looking to follow that stone down, sit on top of it.
does leave it there for center guard.
I don't think they called for the second center guard. And boy, if they did, they certainly didn't want them that close together. Robin Silvernagel already knows she's going to have a chance to double peel those on the next attempt. So the question is, where do you think the closer one to the house is going to go? Don't put your next one in the way. That's why she's not looking to come around again.
Yeah, I think initially she was tapping, just drawing out to the wings there.
Yeah, and I certainly understand that. I know what she's thinking. She's worried if they come around again, it's just another rock that could be in the way of the one that's going to come back through the house.
A couple broom taps here, so it looks like kind of either or. So either kind of down closer to it, or even top 12, just a bit on the higher side.
The sweep fairly early, but this looks like it's got a lot of room. It's going to come down, sit on the corner of their own stone and nudge it just a little bit. That does leave Kim a little bit of room to try to get to the inside of the stone that was just thrown. Jiggle those things around a little bit. Maybe leave herself a bit of a yellow pocket behind the shooter here.
Yeah, I think that would be ideal. There's certainly enough finish here, so they should be able to get it, but just a matter of getting the right weight here.
Well, you should, but keep in mind that this, we're going way back now, but this is the shot that cost them 2 in the first end when they couldn't get to the inside.
This one appears to be a bit heavy.
It's got tighter line than Melissa did. But once again, doesn't get to the inside. I can't imagine that Robin's not going to call for the peel here. The question is, which side are you trying to hit it on? I think she's playing it hair
Right-hand
broom side and looking to bring it back into the ones in the rings. See if you can kill 3 here. Greedy. A little bit of risk.
Yep. Sweeper's on it to try to keep it on the high side.
Second stone goes by everything. I think it just touched that red stone at the top of the 8 foot. Didn't really move it very far.
So if you're Team Kim here, are you looking to just dead guard yours, or do you ever consider just throwing a center guard?
No,
And maybe playing off that one?
you have to dead guard your own right now anyway, because if you ever throw this, if you leave angle, she's going to try to run it onto the run in the rings all day. Robin Silvernagel is happy with a blank here. If you're the Kim team, a blank's just about the only thing you don't want to see.
Yeah. Yeah, being down early, they got a formula kind of working here. They had a chance to basically get their deuce, force, and then get their deuce, and then try to take it in the extra here.
The interesting thing here is going to be you see this a lot in these games, especially as you get into N6, 7, and 8. This is an 8-end game here at the RBC Dominion Securities Western Showdown. Kim's going to keep throwing guards, and Silvernagel is going to keep peeling them for a little while yet. At some point in time, one of them is going to have to blink first and change the strategy. Because if you throw one too many guards, Robin Silvernagel will draw to the 4 foot on the other side and take 2. And if Robin draws too early, she might find she gets forced. Boy, I don't think you want to be playing that.
That's an interesting call. I mean, I suppose it takes
Yeah.
the blank possibilities out of play here. And then it forces...
Well, I don't know if it even does. I mean, you've got to make this freeze
Yeah,
so perfect, because if you don't, she just noses it, both rocks go, and you're still in the same boat. She's got you playing away from the middle. I'd be throwing at least one more guard, maybe two, because you know that Silvernagel's going to peel them. So make her use a couple more rocks peeling guards before you try to force the issue. And even then, I'm not sure this is the way I'd be forcing it.
Yeah. Yeah, because I didn't see this as a possibility. You figured the forcing shot would have been like just that kind of short run, right? That little tap up.
You know,
right
when
on the
you put
yellow.
the broom down, I thought it was one of those things where you're just trying to make your opposition think you might play this shot. I didn't think they'd actually throw it. And now Robin will be content to hit that rock all day. She'll wait for Kim to make a play on the two on the other side, knowing that it's going to be hard to do that without leaving the rocks gripped for a double.
Yeah.
We're on the brush right away. Needs to stay center line side just a hair to get it by the one at the back. And does. Great shot. Leaves Peterson sitting 2 right now.
Yeah,
She's also got 4th shot at the back.
Now, are they looking to tap and create a pocket here? Is this, just kind of maybe thinking ahead here?
Could be. Dangerous.
Yeah.
This is one of those ones where you're trying so bad to force him that maybe you'll force him to 3. In the end, the call is to play the hit.
Yeah, I thought they were considering it like just a quiet way and just tapping it back and leaving for a jam, but it looks like it's just going to be hit.
You make the double.
Makes the double. Does roll in for shot rock.
Jenna Loader with the hit, rolls to the corner of the 4-foot, sits 2. Kind of left yourself in the spot now. If you're going to get out of trouble, you have to play the 2 on the right-hand side now.
Yeah.
This is one where you don't even mind if you leave your 2 grouped and force Robin to play a double. So at least she might leave you a double back. A blank's probably your best case scenario now, because it's either going to be a blank or you're going to give up 2. Neither one of those is good. 3 down coming home or 1 down without.
Yep. Trying to go hard for line here. Trying to keep us on the outside. Does make contact, and that rock
Well,
does hang around.
Keeps her own stone around. That's important.
Yeah.
Takes the blank out of the picture.
Robin's gonna have to be pretty careful where this rolls. Kim is very capable of making doubles, as we saw in the previous end here.
As long as she rolls past the stone at the back of the forefoot, the only double that's going to be there is going to be a slash double. And to make the slash double, you pretty much have to lose your shooter.
Yeah.
What I'm wondering, though, is if she rolls past it, from what you've seen of Eunjung Kim, does she play the freeze on that stone?
Yeah, that'll be the question, yeah.
Sweep calls have been off and on, so she's close. Makes the hit. Does make a nice roll. Now that's a very thin double. Or you freeze.
I think they're immediately eyeing this double here.
It is really thin.
Looks like they did settle on this. So this appears to be even thinner, so it's like a
the piece that Robin hit last end is about the piece she's looking for here.
Yeah, so like a quarter rock should be close here, maybe. And going with this with the out turn here, maybe rolls.
Should
maybe
get
a little bit more shallow.
Should get a little bit of a steeper roll with the out.
Sweeper's on this hard. Oh.
A little thick on the first one, comes across, does touch it, spins all the way across, touches her own rock, and
wow,
rolls out of play.
That was very, very close. Just a hair too thick.
So Robin Silvernagle a chance to draw for 2 with her final stone here in the 7th. Would take a 3-point lead coming home. This is a huge extra point too. This has not been a trying to put this tackle. It's not been a defensive showcase this game so far. So that the difference between a 2-point lead and a 3-point lead coming home is huge. It's been really hard to defend the deuces in this game. The team with last rock has had opportunities every end in this game.
This one comes in just nicely to back 4, so a little courtesy sweep there.
It will be 2 points for Team Peterson. They'll take a 3-point edge over Team Kim. It'll be Kim with last rock coming home.
We're for agriculture. For growers, doers, whatever it takers. We're for doing things with purpose. We're for the little guy with big guy dreams. We're for agriculture. We're for you. Nutrien Ag Solutions, leading the field.
Sasktel Be Kind Online wants to stop cyberbullying. Want in on the action? We award up to $1,000 for youth initiatives that help spread kindness and prevent bullying. What great idea do you have to help stop bullying? Sasktel can help. Go to BeKindOnline.com and apply for a grant today. Together, we can make a difference.
Sean Joyce, Mark No with you here from the RBC Dominion Securities Western Showdown. A event action, eighth end underway, eighth and perhaps final end underway here in this A event matchup. Beth Peterson's team. Winners earlier today, looking to go 2-0 on day one. Have the 3-point lead coming home. But Eunjung Kim did get 3 points of her own in the fourth end and had a shot for 4. So it's not like, and really that one came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
So it's not like they don't know how to generate some offense here.
Yep. And pretty close, honestly, on her last double attempt, a thin double in the seventh end, but Sweeper's unable to kind of keep it on the high side and just hit it just a little too thick. So, team is very capable here, and we'll see what they do here. Now, Sean, for generating 3 here, are you liking 2 corners, corners on the opposite side, or?
I like 2 corners, and that goes back to even before any of these free guard situations started. You need 2 corner guards to score 3 points. Now, you're going to come around one of them, expect them to peel the guard. You come around the other one, they hit the open one. You come around again, you've got your 2 buried, and that's how you set up 3. Now, of course, the other team knows that, and they may not cooperate, but in theory, that's how you generate 3. You need your 2 guards, and I think, you see a lot of teams nowadays will throw their 2 guards on the same side, a high one and a tight one, very similar to the way they do it on the center line. But when the first guard was halfway like that, and we don't know this team very well. I don't know whether it's their preference to throw them both at the same side or to split the rings as they just did. But when the first guard is halfway like that, it's really tough to throw the second one on the same side. She's done a great job splitting those 2. Like they're dead even, so there won't be a cross-house double peel available.
Yeah, no, I would agree. I think I do like them on the same side if you can get good separation, right?
Yeah.
But it's just tough to get that separation.
The first one being halfway, there was really no way you could throw the second one on the same side. That is the nice thing when you've got last rock in the 5 rock free guard zone. If you're playing towards the center, if you're in a steal situation here, and you throw the first guard as a halfway guard, you still have to throw the second one to the center. Well, now you can't separate them. At least with last rock, when the first one is a halfway guard, you can play the other one to the other side and still have 2 usable guards that way. So maybe a bit of an advantage that way. So ignoring those 3 in the middle now, going to play the come around on the corner guard. If you bury this well, you certainly expect this early in the end that Silvernagel will look to peel the corner guard that's protecting this stone.
Does make that come around draw very nicely here, so
yeah,
start seeing some peels here. Peel is made, does roll under the other corner and off to the side here.
All the way out of play. This is not the call.
Do you like just putting the corner guard back up, or
you either put the corner guard back up or you start to deal with those 3 in the middle? But if you make this come around, Robin Silvernagel's going to peel the corner guard.
Yeah.
With the potential that the shooter comes across and kills the one in the rings. But even if she doesn't, you've got 2 in the rings, no guards, and nothing to hide behind. it's too early to come around the second guard.
This one is gonna appear to be just a bit shy of the rings. Oh well, maybe it's gonna get some paint.
She's got lots.
Oh, okay, I misjudged that.
They're still sliding really good to the corners, and that's not uncommon in club. I'm surprised actually that she's not going after the guard here.
Yeah.
And you might clip that one on the way by, but a lot of times going towards the wings later in the game, they still slide pretty good, whereas the slide path starts to fudge down a little bit. We have seen some rocks die in the middle a little bit, but not bad. As long as they stay on them, they can still get them there. The pebble's holding up pretty well. I thought she'd peel the corner and try to peel it from the center line side and have the shooter come towards that rock.
Towards the one on the right-hand side, yeah.
Yeah. And if you don't get it, so what? Like, if you just straight peel the guard right now, what does Kim do? She can't guard both of them.
So, I guess they're going to sit here and talk about what to do here.
And this may just be a case of, again, reminder that these players don't know each other. You can peel the open one. The problem is she's going to tuck around the guard again. Now she's got two buried.
Yeah.
If you peel the guard, even if your shooter doesn't catch the red on the right-hand side as we look at it facing the house, now what does she do? She's got no guards. You're sitting three in the middle that she is eventually going to have to deal with, and it's going to take two shots.
Yeah,
she can't get them all out of there in one.
Yeah, I guess if you peel the guard, then you just kind of have to go and start tapping some stuff in the center.
And the problem is then you're trying to score three without any guards.
Yeah.
That's tough. See, and if you do this, even if you make it, she can do two things. She can actually try to deal with the stuff in the middle now. She could play the hit and roll over behind the corner guard. She could have two buried and deal with one of the stones in the middle.
So, are you just hitting this open one here? And just kind of rolling towards the center? Okay.
Roll towards the middle. She's going to group them a little bit. But the one thing for the Peterson team, and that you don't mind grouping your stones, is that you know that Kim has to deal with those stones in the middle eventually. And there's no guards when she does it. There's no guards in the middle to protect any of the red stones that are going to be left sitting there.
Does make the hit.
Sits right there. It does sit for fourth, and that is important because, again, it means that that's another rock that Eunjung Kim is eventually going to have to deal with.
Yeah.
Could deal with it right now. Hit and roll in towards the middle.
Yeah, I think they're going to have to do that, right?
Where I need my telestrator. I don't think you could ever hit it flat enough to roll in front like that, but I'm wondering, could you not hit this to roll in between the two yellows, the front of the button and the back of the button?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, you're basically just hitting rolling to the button here.
Yeah. Try to put this in a spot where if the Peterson team has another chance to kill it, they have to take one of their own with it.
Yeah, some interesting discussion here. I guess if they talking about freezing to the pocket here, or just tapping the one that's on the top of the 4 foot back, like half a rock.
Boy, I think if they start counting rocks in the back corner, I think if they want to bring their own stone on the 12 foot, have a chance to count that, they have to start moving yellow ones.
Yeah.
You only have to kill one of them at a time because you want to leave your shooter in a position that that the Peterson team will kill one of them for you, but there's 4 rocks you have to move now to bring that one into play. You've only got 2 spares to work with here. Wherever you leave this one, there's going to be a chance to get it out. Looks like she's throwing enough weight trying to kill one and maybe roll onto the corner of the other.
Yeah. This one.
Stuff that one. Well, I think the play was they were hoping to stuff that one and roll over on the corner of the other. They make a double, so they sit second and fourth for now. Silvernagle looking at rolling towards the corner.
Yeah.
The danger of hitting on the nose, I think, is she might leave the triple. So that's why she wants to roll. Otherwise, you wouldn't want to roll towards that corner, but you don't want to leave a triple.
This one seems to be moving.
That looked like it picked.
That's moving hard.
Yeah, that made a big sudden move. Good job by the brushers to hold it. But that looks like a triple.
Yeah.
And this
thanks
this
for
goes,
that.
This goes back to what I was talking about. You make the triple here. It's essentially the same as had you come around the guard, they peel the guard. You make the triple, they have to hit the open one, and for some reason she's not playing the triple. Well, you could do it this way too. You're looking at making the hit and roll.
Yeah.
And there'll still be a double at the top. The problem is you make the hit and roll, there's going to be a double available on the reds, and she's going to peel the guard on the next one, and then the double ends the game.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I guess
You make the triple here, she hits the open stone, you come around buried, and that's your setup for a 3. This is going to require a miss.
This one's got some curling to do here. And does make the roll nicely.
Yeah, made the shot.
So if you're Robin here, you're gonna have to, you're just drawing there to lock them out, or are you peeling the guard here?
Either one is good, but if you're playing the draw, you have to make it.
Yeah.
Because if you peel the guard, you've got an open double for the win.
Yeah. Yeah, they're double checking. Yep, double's still there. While they're discussing the shot, we'll just take a quick peek at some of the other games here. Team Yagi's up 7-6 over Team Robertson in the 8th end. Team Gents up 4-3 over Team Martin in the 7th. We did have a couple early finishes. Team Gim winning 8-1 over Team Brown, as well as Team Anderson beating Team Parent 7-2. And on the last sheet, Team Varnes and Team Barker tied up 4-4 in the 8th end. For up-to-date scores, definitely can find them, as well as the playoff standings and everything on curlingzone.com.
One of the things we haven't talked about yet, the winner of this game moves on to play in what would be an A semifinal, I guess, tomorrow at noon, 2 games away from one of those first 2 qualifying spots. Qualifying games from the A event will be at 8:30 tomorrow night, Saskatchewan time. You can catch all of the action right here on Curling Stadium.
So it looks like Robin settled on this kind of draw, cutting them off on the side here.
You make the draw here, it's going to force Kim to make 2 doubles. And that's assuming that she's even got one available on her last shot.
Yeah. If you're Team Kim here, are you just making? Are you lining up this double, or do you ever?
You need 3. You have to play the double.
Yeah.
Or are you wondering, do you hit and roll under off that
Hit
one?
and roll, yeah, and then bring
you might
4 into play.
Well, you might need a triple then, though.
Yeah, you might need a triple on your last one, right?
And there might not be one. So, mind you, there might not be a double either. The only double that I see right now is the one on the left-hand side from the overhead that's been sitting there for a while now. But if you make it, and Robin makes the hit and roll in just a little bit, that yellow one that she just threw becomes real hard to get it out.
Yeah.
You could play the hit and roll on the one she just threw, and instead of rolling towards the corner, try to roll underneath the one on the top of the 8-foot, and that might, by rolling that direction, it might give you a better chance of leaving a triple on the last one.
Well, because actually, yeah, if they end up rolling under, right, then they can sit first and third.
Yeah.
And may have a different double to tie. So, actually, I think I like that call better.
I think that might be the way.
Yeah, that appears to be what they're lining up here.
To me, it looks like that's the only way you can ever group the yellow rocks enough that if you need a triple for your last one, that it might be there. This yellow stone that Robin Silvernagel just threw, it's hard to play a double on it because it's going into the red on the side of the 8-foot.
Yeah.
So you have to change the position of that stone somehow. And this might be the only way to do it. And leave yourself a shot for the last one.
Gonna have to make this curl quite a bit.
It's gonna be real thin if she hits it at all. Drives it onto her own and doesn't get it out of the rings.
That is the worst outcome.
I don't know if there's and she needs a triple already.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it's there if Robin doesn't throw. I don't think it is. I think you have to hit the first one a little too thick to make contact with that one at the back.
Yeah, you're almost better off just flashing that. Because now, yeah, you're taking that rock out of play there.
Well, you were still going to be in a spot where you needed a triple, and it wasn't there. So
yeah,
the only thing, and it would be tough to do. Like, I don't know if there's a triple there now. You'd hate to leave this rock in a spot where you might leave a quad.
Yeah.
And I don't think they did.
No.
Well, she can look at it all day. I don't even know if she'll throw it. Oh, she's going to make an attempt. It's not there.
Let's see. Ooh. So
this is one where if you're playing in the club game, you want to make sure you get the double here, so you get the double board and the free round of drinks. But the game is over. Makes contact, does catch a second stone, but it's still going to be a steal of 3.
Yep.
And that makes the final Beth Peterson 12, Eunjung Kim 6. So the Peterson team, strong game, a lot of offense from both teams. Peterson moves on in the A event. They'll be playing in a semifinal tomorrow at 12 noon Saskatchewan time. That drops the Kim team down to the B. They'll have a couple more chances yet. 28 teams here in the field at the RBC Dominion Securities Western Showdown, looking for 8 playoff berths. We want to thank you for joining us here on day 1. We've got 3 more days of exciting action to follow. My name is Sean Joyce. On behalf of myself and Mark No, we want to thank you all for joining us tonight and look forward to seeing you all weekend here from Swift Current.
Imagine being able to stream every curling game from every sheet from any event, be it your Wednesday league game, bonspiel, or corporate event. Curling Stadium offers an all-inclusive streaming solution featuring high-quality cameras, ease of use, great reliability, and minimal installation. Offering your sponsors customizable ad space on your streamed curling games and being able to sell video packages to your corporate events for increased revenue. With Curling Stadium, you can stream to any device, be it your mobile phone, tablet, or computer. Push the feed to your desired platform, be it Facebook, YouTube, or any other social media. Curling Stadium is simply the way forward. Where it's commonplace in other sports to televise every game, we want to do the same. Curling is a global sport, and it's time it gets the coverage it needs. Make your curling club the next Curling Stadium.